Hello everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of Boom, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure Nightwatchman Donatello, who is part of the Last Ronin line by NECA. So now the first thing I do want to mention is that I do have a membership program. So for $2 a month, you get a lot of really cool stuff like blooper reels, behind the scenes, and much more. So go ahead and check that out. So without any further ado, roll that intro. All right, so here he is in packaging. I love this cover art. I always love when they use comic book cover art. It looks really nice. It really captures the look of the figure. So you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles up top, The Last Ronin, The Lost Years, Nightwatch, Donatello, and NECA. Open them up. You get this nice open window where you can see the figure and all his accessories. On this side here, you get a nice picture of the figure, which looks really good. Okay, close her up. Come around here. Basically get the same picture of from the front, just a little bit closer. Come around to the back here. You get a couple different poses with them, which looks really nice. You also got a little bit about the figure. Come around here. You got the iconic Last Ronin cover. All right, look on top. You got your age restriction, choking hazards, The Last Ronin, and underneath you got your legal and SKU. So, with all that being said, let's open them up and see what he's about. Okay, so here he is out of packaging. Now, the first thing we're going to do with him is we are going to go through his points of articulation. So, the head does move, so you get some good head movement. You get a shoulder joint with a swivel. You get an elbow joint and a wrist joint. Okay. Get this other arm up. You do have a joint right here at the hips. All right. You get a thigh joint, a knee joint, a little tight, but it is there. And you also get an ankle joint. So his joints are a little bit on the stiff side, but they still move pretty well. So I'm not having any issues with his joints. So now let's start taking a look at his closer details. All right, let's get this arm down. There we go. So first, let's look at the head sculpt. And the head sculpt don't look too bad. Let me get this head up just a little bit. A lot of it's covered by the hat here. Okay, I believe that's like a bamboo hat. I'm not 100% sure. But as you can see, the detail's pretty nice on it. You know, you got the black bandana with the gray face, and you got the comic book lines around the mouth and what have you. So overall, it's not a bad looking head sculpt. I've been really liking these red and black figures. I like the overall look to them. I think how they do the color palette between the blacks, the grays, and the reds look really well, very well placed. So I like the overall look, especially when you look into his robes and everything here. It looks really nice. The color really works. Even when you get down to the leg wrappings, that looks well also. So you come around to this side. He has some armor here on the shoulder, which looks good. Some wrap. All right, you come around to the back. He has some striped armor here. He has a spot for his bow staff. A couple of pouches. Let's lean them forward just a hair for you guys so you can see the back maybe just a little bit better. All right. Then you come to this side. He has a gauntlet armor here. You can see some more of those black lines to give it that comic book look. So overall, he actually isn't a bad looking figure. I do like the overall look to him. So now I'm going to go through his accessories. Now, if you notice in the background, I already got the thing of hot water out and ready. Just because with these NECA figures, it just makes your life so much easier just to heat up the plastic. So one, you don't damage the figures. Two, it just makes it a lot easier to get things on and off. So first thing we're going to look at is the alternate head. So it's more of a screaming head. All right. So we're going to pop that right in the juice. Comes with a couple of hands. So he has a few holding hands. So he has this one here. And this one here. All right. Next up, he has two open hands. He has this one here. If you notice, there's a little bit of a paint description there, but that's kind of minor. I'm not super worried about that. And then this one here. All right. And he has two other little bit more open hands. So he has this one here and that one. All right. And then last but not least, he got his iconic bow staff. So I'm first going to try to take the head off without using the hot water to see how easily this comes off. Oh, all right. Relatively easy. 9 out of 10 times. I usually got to fight them with that, but came off easy enough. So that's a good sign. Always like when the parts come off easy. So now let's grab the head. All right. Pop that on there. Boom. See how nice and easy that went on with the hot water? So the head fits on very easily. All right. Next, we're going to try the open hands. All right. So that comes off. All right. We got this one here. And then we got the other one here. All right. Boom. So those two hands fit on them pretty well. No issues. All right. Got this one here. Now, I usually heat the water up on a small container like this for about a minute. And then you only have to let the pieces sit in there for a couple of seconds. So as you see, that works very well. No issues with those. And the last two are the two holding hands. Now, another advantage with some of these NECA figures, depends upon the weapon, is when you do heat the parts up, it also softens the fingers. So it allows them to move a little bit more. So if you have like a really thick weapon and you put it in their hands, you know, it allows you to move the fingers around more. So as you can see, the bow staff fits very well in that hand. All right, bring the arms around because it's a bow staff. So you're going to want to do a two-handed hold with this guy. Doop. All right, get the hand in the right position. So he will definitely hold that with two hands. No issues with that. All right, get that out of there. The bow staff on the back. All right, there we go. And that fits on there. So everything fits pretty well with him with the hot water. And actually the other head came off fairly easy without. So, you know, overall, I have no issues here. Okay, so let's get into my final thoughts with him. So first off, all his joints move pretty well. I didn't have any issues with any of his joints. All right. His accessories fit on very easily as well. I did use hot water for the hands and the head. You may not actually need them with this particular one. Usually with NECA figures you do, especially this particular line of figures. I noticed that I usually have to use the hot water. So maybe I might have jumped the shark a little bit by pulling out the hot water. But still, even if you didn't need it, it always makes it easier to swap out parts and what have you. So either way, you're probably pretty good with this figure. And I do like the overall look to him. I think he's a great looking figure. I'm really liking these black and red figures. that they're doing for the Ninja Turtle Last Ronin. So, would I recommend this figure? Absolutely. He's really good looking. The way how they do the colors on him works very well between the blacks, grays, and so forth that I mentioned earlier. I love the overall look to him. He just looks really good. Now, there are a couple of paint discrepancies on the figure, but not enough to really, bat an eye at. They're just a couple minor spots. So, with that being said, the first thing I want to do is thank everybody who supports the channel. First on that list is Byron Bassett and his alter ego, Humongous. He's a big supporter of the channel, and he helps with a lot of things on the side. He does have his own YouTube channel and show that he does every Sunday. So check out his information in my description. Next on that list is Action Figure Geeks. They're a Reddit channel that I'm part of. They also support this channel. Check out their information in the description as well. Plus, check out my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles playlist and my membership program. Plus, hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So, into the next one, Late